guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves for the weekend of November 16th. I got 3 books over the last 2 weeks, so not very many actually. This first one I got for review I'm pretty excited about, and that's 7 to the 13th Grade by Dorinda Jones. This is the 13th and final book in the Charlie Davidson series, which I've been reading forever, so I'm very excited to see how everything wraps up. And I think it is time for the series to wrap up. All the books have been really good, but you know, it's time. So very excited to get that. This does release in January, so I'll probably be reading it next month. The next one I got is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan, I don't know how you say that. This book has been getting a ton of accolades this year, and it sounded like something I'd really like. So I did go ahead and buy it. I bought the ebook from Google Play. I got kind of a Google Play like $5 off of a free ebook $5 off an ebook kind of thing. So I went ahead and used that to get this. And the last one I got is from the library, and this is Volume 1 of Tooth and Claw, The Autumnlands, or maybe it's The Autumnlands, Volume 1, Tooth and Claw. This is by Jordi Belair and Comicraft, and Kurt Busiek and Benjamin Dewey. There's always so many people on these graphic novels. This is rated mature. I do a graphic novel reading club on Goodreads, and so this was the one voted on for that reading club. Does have pretty cool looking artwork and stuff in there, so I'm excited to read it and see if I like it. So that's it. That's all I got. These 3. And quick update, we did go to Gamehole Con. We had a really, really good time. That was last week. We did a whole bunch of stuff. We did a lot of True Dungeon. We did some Pathfinder. We tested 2nd edition Pathfinder. We played a variety of board games. There's one that's on Kickstarter right now called Sword Crafters, which I actually liked quite a bit, but it's more for younger kids, I think. My son is 11, and he liked it too. It was fun, but it wasn't quite complicated enough for him to be super excited about it. We played one called Magic Maze as well, a board game called Magic Maze that was just, it wasn't my kind of game. Basically, everybody had to move pieces around all at once while everybody was quiet, and everybody only had one direction they could move. So it was this free-for-all of everybody going, "Bleh!" And I was just like, okay, I can't handle this. It was too much for me. I'm trying to think what else we did. We did do a test play of a LARP called Clockwork Depths. We actually had a really good time with that. They basically gave you a race and a character, and it was kind of like you were on this steampunk cruise boat, and a lot of people did wear steampunk costumes. We did as well. And you had to kind of solve this mystery of why the boat had been sabotaged and all this stuff. And that was a lot of fun. The people who created it are also going to be having that Kickstarter. You can either do it as a sit at a table and just role play it, or you can do it as live action role playing, which is what we did. It did get a little bit long, so I don't know, because it was 4 hours, and at 3 hours everybody was like, you know what, we're just gonna sit down and chill, because it was right over dinner time, and so that was a lot of fun. We did do True Dungeon twice. We're getting a little bit more into that. We've started, you get little tokens you can use as your weapons and armor when you're in the dungeon. And the dungeon is basically the equivalent of 6 or 7 puzzle rooms linked together. Some of them are puzzle rooms, some of them are combat tables. The combat tables are like a shuffleboard with the monster that you slide a slider on, and that's where your little weapon and armor tokens come into play. All the tokens are collectible, and of course, if you really want to get into it, you can craft rare items and all the stuff. So we started getting into some of that. We did transmutate some new items, but it can get kind of expensive because you can buy the extra tokens, and of course, the more you buy and the more you spend, the more likelihood you're going to get something more rare. And but it's fun. We really, really enjoy that, and I think we'll probably try to do it more because we're getting good enough stuff now, and we've been doing it for a few years that it's fun, even more fun. I always love doing the puzzle rooms because there's these huge rooms and you gotta go run around and figure out how to get the door open to the next room. And yeah, True Dungeon has been around way longer than puzzle rooms, and if you like puzzle rooms, you would probably like True Dungeon too, if you're into gaming stuff. I can't think of what else we did. Oh, we played, and this is kind of a fun one too. We played a game called King of the Hill that, and I'm blinking on it. Oh, it uses a RPG system with stuffed animals, so it's like stuffed legends or heroic something. Anyways, I'm so mad I can't remember. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. It's something we got to do with my son a long time ago when he was little. And basically you bring a stuffed animal and they like get combat abilities and movement abilities based on different attributes of the stuffed animal and different attacks and stuff like that. And then you just try to, there was a big like huge play mat thing, and you just try to be on the, get up to the top of the hill and stay on there before somebody knocks you off, or, you know, kind of take command of that. That was super fun. We really like that. Fuzzy Heroes. That's the name of the RPG system. So if you have young kids and you want to get them into role-playing games, Fuzzy Heroes, it's very fun. It's very easy, and we had a blast doing it, even though it was like mostly adults and just a couple kids. We all had fun. And then the last thing that I can think of right now that we did was something called Legendary Dungeon Survival. It's a gaming company called Legendary Games that puts on, they have a big like Dwarven Forge, like built out dungeon, and your characters just move through it as fast as they can without dying. And if you die, you're out for a round, and then your character comes back in. And it was using Pathfinder rules, so it was a lot of fun. I know, I just kind of breezed through a whole bunch of stuff, but that's what we did, at least some of what we did. It was super packed. We got there at like noon on Thursday. We gamed until 8 at night. We got up, started at 8 in the morning, gamed until 8 or 9 at night, got up the next day, 8 in the morning, 8 or 9 at night. We were eating dinner at like 10 o'clock at night and kind of getting little snacks for lunch, and it was just crazy. We were exhausted, but happily exhausted. Like, I think the whole family would like to go live at that con and just never leave and just play games all day. It would be awesome. All right, so that's what I did last Friday. That's why there was no stacking the shelves, and I apologize, this got a little bit long. This weekend we're just doing hockey games. So back to hockey, back to real life hockey. And I really did not get to read barely at all last week because we were trying to get costumes put together and get everything packed, and then we were at the con, and now I'm getting caught up on everything because it seems to be my life. Like, I get behind and then I try to get caught up, and then all of a sudden I get behind and I try to get caught up. So yeah, so that's what we did, and that's all I'm going to say. I hope you guys, it got really cold here too. We were like down at 5 degrees and it was cold. It was like negative wind chills outside, and it came about rather unexpectedly, so everybody was freezing their butts off. And that was like Monday, Tuesday, and now it's 40 degrees today. So, and I'm doing this on Thursday night, so yeah, fun stuff. So winter is coming. Winter is here. For those Game of Thrones fans out there, winter is here. It has arrived. All right, I will talk to you guys next week. If I get any books, I'm not really getting a lot of books. Christmas time gets very busy, and I really start like working on Christmas calendars and Christmas cards and wrapping Christmas presents and all that stuff, so I don't read nearly as much or get as many books for myself. I will talk to you later. I hope you got a lot of great books and that you have a great week of reading ahead of you. And I hope you enjoyed some of the discussion around Gamehole Con. If not, you could just skip it, and I'm sure you did if you didn't want to hear about it. So I will talk to you next week. Bye.